You think these kids these days have that same experience? Hell no, right? That's a shared. Like you never had none of that.
Hell yeah.
Oh wow, yeah. Yes, you fucking. That's a shared stoner experience right there.
That's been mad times I had to like cut chargers, plug that into the wall, like try to connect it to my apartment. I'm not. You talking about?
Definitely a weed rapper. I'll take that title all day. Buddha motherfucking Buddha, baby.
This motherfucker's a weed rapper.
Yeah, so we got 2 weed rappers.
Hell yeah.
Working at the dispensary.
And a crack rapper.
I mean, there was a lot of crack rappers though.
What's up?
I said there were a lot of crack rappers back in the day.
It was.
They didn't really rap about weed, they rapped about crack, but not how they smoked it, how they sold it.
I don't smoke crack, motherfucker, I sell it. Remember that country shit?
The classic Kendrick.
I feel like people nowadays like that rap about other drugs other than weed get more promotion than people with like weed rappers. You know what I mean?
For sure, definitely.
Like we get shadow banned.
Oh, it's cooler to rap about perks than it is weed.
Yeah,
with the
like,
current
that doesn't
gen.
get shadow banned. You know
It doesn't. No,
No, it definitely doesn't get shadow banned.
Well, I feel like if somebody was to post a bunch of perks on Instagram, it would probably get shadow banned.
Oh, that part, yeah.
You know?
I don't think like the weed songs get shadow banned, really, though. You know?
No,
weed songs don't really get shadow banned.
It's really just content.
It's just like, you know what I mean? Showing pictures of weed itself.
Pictures of weed. Like, you can't really, like, you can't smoke in your music videos and shit. You can't do the things that, and if you want it to be seen on any of the socials.
Smoking even?
Smoking,
no,
If it's like low key.
Yo, we couldn't even smoke cigars in the video. We put out the 2020 video. Jay's in it, fucking cans in it. Yeah, but we couldn't put cigars in the clip of the fucking.
Smoke. You can show smoke.
Yeah.
But you can't smoke.
Yeah.
Once you do that,
you can hold it lit, but you can't.
You can hold it?
I think so. There can be smoke and you can hold it, but you can't pull it.
That's crazy work,
Certain
bro.
platforms.
Certain platforms.
We lost
That's-
over 2 million views off of just that.
2 million.
Because like IG, I see people go off the screen and then you hear the song bubbling and shit. Then they come back and then they start coughing and shit. You know what I mean? I've seen that go
YouTube is a
viral.
little more lenient though.
No, that's Instagram.
Oh, on Instagram.
Where I've seen
Yo,
that.
they be dicks now about weed, bro.
Yeah.
That was a while ago.
I can't
actually
post
haven't seen
shit.
that chick do that
Well,
shit.
Instagram. I'll tell you one thing with Instagram is that when Dills was sharing the clips of the podcast on IG with both my personal page, the @Merc Music page, and the dispensary page, which I also run or I'm a part of running. They fucking, or I should say ran. I haven't been on it a whole lot lately, but it's still going. But the fucking I could share it with my Merc Music account easy, no problem, just went right through. And then I would go to share it with the Stage 1 dispensary page and it would just spin for mad long and then eventually not let me do it. So I couldn't share any of the content that Dills was putting up on Instagram with Stage 1 dispensary, and I feel like it's because the dispensary account was shadow banned.
Gotcha.
And we're not
You can tell if it is.
and how else can you tell if it is?
So when you go into search bar to look for it, if you press STA and if Stage 1 pops up, like it predicts it, it's not shadow banned. If you're shadow banned, you'll have to put in the whole name yourself and spell it right. So if you don't, you know how people don't always have the screen, they can't have the screen name of their choice, so it's like spelled weird or something. If you don't remember how something's spelled, you might not be able to get to the page you want to get to when it's shadow banned, because it doesn't do that predictive search. On Instagram at least. They might have changed it, but that's how you used to be able to tell if you were shadow banned like a year ago.
Well, it's in case we ever get shadow banned, it's @Stage 1 dispensary.
It's pretty fucking straightforward.
Straightforward. It's not. We didn't have to You're gonna have to put a weird one.
Right, no dots, no underscores,
no dots or underscores.
Don't be fooled. Yes, because there's some fake pages out there.
There is fake pages.
They try to put they bum-ass telegrams.
That's crazy. I forgot about that.
Wow,
you didn't hear about this?
Yeah.
They had a fake stage 1 page, and they was DMing people with telegram links.
Bro, I'll tell you, being a popular dispensary is things like that. All right, we're gonna make a fake page and then try to lure your customers off of Instagram onto our Telegram where we're gonna sell them our black market weed. Like, yo, that's wild.
Wow.
And then the other one that happened was that somebody tried to change it so that in our Google profile, their website was in there instead of our website.
Crazy.
You know, when you Googled us or whatever, and then there was like a different, and it was like a black market. That when you clicked on the link, it was like some bullshit. It had like pictures of California weed on there, but it said it was a New York dispensary, and it had all this other weird. So it's like people are out there just zoing hard,
faking the
fucking some weed. Stage 1 dispensary, Stage 1 podcast.
Yeah.
Legacy to legal, stoop to store. You know how we do it.
Damn, that was an intro, like 10 minutes late.
I know.
I love it.
Yeah,
That's
that's how we do. Fuck that shit.
That's how you know that we're popping though. When people are just making imitations.
My friend's got a black market brand, like from around this way, and he's been seeing his bags faked in like other countries and shit like that. A Chinese company must have found the logo and it's just printing mad bags and his shout out Upstate Trees, but everywhere. It's just they're just popping up. He keeps getting tagged in photos and shit.
Love his Upstate Trees bags.
They'll be in like fucking like Puerto Rico or something like he's seen them like all over.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get them on like
Once you
fucking
bootleg, you popping.
Yeah, no, for real. You know you're popping when people are trying to
that's the
bootleg
shit
it.
right there. That's what imitation is the best form of flattery is a cliche for a reason.
So back to weed hip hop, weed rap.
What's weed?
There's like a whole subgenre of hip hop that is dedicated to weed, right? And it exists. It's been existed since like the early '90s, I'd say, with like Cypress Hill, fucking Snoop.
Yeah.
Method Man and Redman.
Method Man and Redman, definitely. They made made one of the best weed movies of all time. Those guys,
Hell yeah.
as weed rappers.
Yeah.
You know, Wiz Khalifa came later on. Oh shit!
I was going to look up something.
What were you looking up, Scotty?
I was going to look up who they credit as the first weed rapper.
Ooh, that's a good one. I like it.
You know
where podcasts go. We Google that shit on the show.
Muggs claims it was them. That was the first that came to my mind.
Cypress Hill, right? Yeah. I mean, I want to get high, so high. The fucking that was like the intro to that. And they had like there was a
hits from the bombs.
Hits from the bombs on that one.
Dog, there was just so many.
But
they really made it their
God to Just Kill a Man was the single off that record though, which was like
craziness.
Yeah.
How about a lesser known underground hip hop group? I don't know if any of y'all heard of them, but they really were the first ones that completely embraced the weed thing and made it their whole identity. Was Cottonmouth Kings. Do you remember them?
Cottonmouth Kings.
I know the name.
You know the name. I've never heard none of their music.
But you know California, they were popping in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
And they were just a bunch of California potheads, and all they did was rap about weed and take trips to Amsterdam.
You know who I feel like was in that era too, of like doesn't really get their flowers for being really in the weed rap scene, was Devin the Dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Devin the Dude. I feel like he was like the Wiz before we had Wiz type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just that laid back, smooth. You know what I mean? Melodic. He'll sing on his track and rap. Damn near every song I ever heard about Devin the Dude, he's saying something about the weed in there somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Legend for sure.
Then there was like
You're a fucking legend, Jay.
Cannabis.
So you got it.
Which he's not a weed rapper, but his fucking name is Crazy. No, like that's a fucking that's a wild ass that's a wild ass claim right there. Like I don't even know if that dude smoked weed, bro. Like I don't even think he smoked weed, honestly.
He definitely smoked some fucking weed. I don't know.
I think so.
I feel like he smoked weed, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was one of them not smoking.
If you go back and you listen to like, all right, when it was like Cannabis, DMX, and Nori, there was like that summer where like the three of them owned the fucking mixtape scene, and it was crazy. It was like they were on every fucking mixtape, and then fucking if you listen to that dude rap back then, there's no way he was smoking weed, dude. Like that motherfucker was so aggressive. He's so fucking bad. He was so fucking bad, yo. Like all the time, every fucking ride, he was angry as fuck, bro. Like holy shit.
Still is.
Matt, the maddest rapper.
Yo,
bro.
I used to fuck with Cannabis, but then that rap battle, bro, against Disaster.
The Notebook, man.
Pulled out the fucking notebook, bro.
Oh, in a battle.
Of shit, bro.
In a pay-per-view battle. That was the
They were
death
still
of,
fucking up.
That was the death of Cannabis. That was the death of Cannabis.
I never had more secondhand embarrassment.
We were all, because everybody was anticipating that battle. That was like,
so it was a battle rap. And it was against like, this dude that he went against was like the fucking, he was like the big bad wolf of the fucking battle rap league. You know what I'm saying? Like he was nice as fuck, but he was just annoying. And motherfuckers just hated him. Like, but he's nice as fuck. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, he's the only one I think Cassidy didn't get killed by. Cassidy got killed by everyone he's battled recently, except Disaster. Disaster's a cornball to me.
Cassidy actually out here battling.
That is crazy. It is crazy.
That is crazy.
I'm gonna be real. I used to love Cassie.
I love Cass.
I think he's fucking corny.
No, you see how I'm gonna let y'all go. As a recent, they let like this. They're going back to some of his bars, and it's sounding like the most ridiculous like bars in the world. It's like a meme right now.
Yeah.
They'll say something like, "Oh, it's like."
It was a different era, though.
It was a different era.
There's so many reaches from that era, especially from like rappers like that were known to be saying these crazy metaphors and saying this outlandish shit that nobody ever heard before. If you go back now, all of them, Banks, Fab, they all got some little bars here and there that's like, that was kind of trash. Yeah, so even me, I myself included. I listen to my old shit. Certain things I hear myself say, I'm like, damn, bro. Nobody said nothing.
Damn, bro. Here's another thing. 4-bar fucking sequence. Holy
shit. Some of the bars were like restricted to a time period.
Right.
You feel me? Like, they didn't really transcend. If you weren't from there, you weren't there. Like that bar's irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? It's just
and
nothing.
I think that's the testament to MC though. Like,
it's like, that's not a good bar.
That's not a good bar.
Yeah,
it's like a local bar. Like you know how there's like certain
they're
cool. You know how there's local records.
That's a fucking bar right there. It's a local bar. Like the fucking bartender there is not even that hot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's good to have them current bars, bro. Them super current event bars.
Oh no, fire, bro. Yeah, but there's a difference between a current bar, a bar with a timestamp, and then there's a bar that only the people in this room are gonna get, but that I'm gonna put on a record that everybody's gonna hear, and then all of us are gonna get hyped as fuck when they hear that fucking bar, but everybody else is gonna be like, what are you talking about? And then that's when you do the interview later and you break down the bar, and then it becomes like a trivia question later down in your career type shit. You know what I mean? But
and then there's the I get it what you're saying. There's like the clever like bars that are about the current whatever pop culture or whatever, and so, but I think if you're super nice, you can come up with those bars that still stand the test of time, and it'll jog people's memories, or people will want to look it up because of the way you flipped it.
38 Special. The 2010 Bulls.
No, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What did he say? He said I had a Butler and a Rose, like the 2010 Bulls. Like, whew. That got the time stamp on it.
I told you to listen to that album.
Yeah.
That shit, 38 Special, Mother and Gun. Go listen to that shit right now. Swear to God.
Yeah.
Craziness.
I mean, that's just a
Best album of the
testament.
summer, I
Nah,
heard.
but that's a testament to like people just fucking continuing to grind and make music. Like watching
those guys? It's amazing to watch. They all got
watching
popping
guys
in their
like
mid-30s.
Graf is having this resurgence
Yeah,
that's just fucking.
love it.
I got a Graf record in the cut.
Yo, he just told me that like 2 weeks ago.
We got a Graf
Because I
record
was
in
like,
the
yo,
cut.
Jay, you gotta hear this new Graf.
But you know what? And you know what's crazy about that record?
I got a song with this nigga.
You know what's crazy about that record though is
You
that
want the
it's
Sega?
I got 2 fucking joints. It's fucking nasty shit.
I was like, let me send another one.
We gotta just start just keeping our own shits, man.
Yeah,
I thought about that too. Don't leash for the pod.
Rolling
I'm
for
with
the
that.
pod. But that record is one of those
I'm so
records
good.
though that's like that is from a time, right?
Mm-hmm. That is a very time-stamped
That's
record.
a very time-stamped record, but
Lighter.
there are so many fucking bars in that shit.
It's a gem. It's
So,
a gem.
but
Which I
it's
never
just
dropped yet.
it
But it's
never
like-
got dropped. But it's such a time-stamped record.
It's so time-stamped that
and
it's kind of like
that I'm like
distasteful
that.
to
It's like,
put
am
it
I
out
gonna
now.
fucking drop it? Are we ever gonna drop it?
I don't think so.
Right?
I think
it's
that's
so
like
good though.
maybe like
It's
later,
drop it,
Don't
afterwards.
say a word.
It's so
just let it
Just
sit
leave
there.
it somewhere.
Just
Put
let it
it
sit there. Don't share it once. Don't do nothing. Don't promote it one time. Just let that shit sit there. Like it always existed.
It always existed and no one heard it then either.
Right?
But yeah, no, because it's like some fucking.
Posted from a burner.
It was some like.
It was a George
It
Floyd.
was a George Floyd
right?
when
It was a George Floyd.
when the riots were going on and the shit was crazy and it was like I don't know why like I chose that time to be like, yo, Graf, you want to do this record? Because he had a lot to say during that time. Is actually why he was inspiring me with the music he was making during that time, and I was like, damn, this is a motherfucker that, and I like know him, so I was like, I bet you I'd reach out to him on the gram right now, and he'll fucking do this record if I send it to him, and then. I mean, I had to give him a little bread because that's fucking professional courtesy and shit.
Yeah.
How you do it, but he's like totally reasonable, and then he fucking turned that shit around, and then I got Jay on, and we shot half a music video to it. We would have fucking put it out if I could have got
That was kind of what it was too. Yeah, with the video.
That was fucking. But the record's it's like crazy. The bars and that shit.
Because we were pissed the fuck off.
Bars.
We were fucking. I was fucking pissed. I wrote that fucking verse in like 20 fucking minutes, bro. That shit just fucking
it just
rolled
spelled out.
Yeah.
And it wasn't about
People want to
weed.
hear it now.
Yeah, well,
We should get back to the weed shit.
I said what? I said that song's not about weed, but it was a fucking.
It was a great record.
It's a great record. Maybe we'll put it out.
Yeah, we might put it
hear
out.
it.
I'm dying to hear
If people want to hear it, let us know. Let us
dying to
know
hear
in the
that
fucking
shit.
comments if you want to hear that shit. We'll put that shit out. Fuck it.
Word.
But back to the fact that Graf is having this resurgence.
It's cool as hell.
That is fucking so fun to watch.
Yeah.
He's just like Rockefeller chain and shit.
Yes,
like,
yes.
you know what I mean?
That's all it's about. They all did, man. Freeway.
I'm like, yo,
Love that. Love
this shit
that.
is fucking awesome.
Yo.
You know what I mean?
Because that's our era.
Yeah,
That's our era.
Yeah.
How does Vernon feel about all that? Does Vernon even know what we're talking
No,
about?
but yo, he be
Sounds
soaking it up though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back and do my research on that.
Yeah.
He does.
Oh man, that era.
He does his Googles for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, that
And also
era.
just on the fact of like the significance of the Rockefeller chain during that time was a big thing. If you got that chain, you was good. Like you was set type shit.
I
You know
saw
what I mean?
Dame put out a video where he's selling his part of his piece in Rockefeller, and he's entertaining offers, and he said anybody that offers 10 mil and above gets this Rockefeller chain. He had a couple Rockefeller chains, and this is one of the original old school Rockefeller chains that I used to give to motherfuckers when we gave them a deal. Like, this is from that era, this is it. Like, if you fucking put 10 mil on the table, I'm gonna give you a Rockefeller chain.
Wait, so they just had like a stable of chains for like the rappers that didn't sign yet? Like
He just had a bunch of chains on deck for rappers.
Just a bunch of personals, like they were like different kinds.
Yeah, they were all different. Definitely. The two that he was holding up were both different.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Shit, yeah. So he probably just had a bunch of them made. I bet.
Do you know the details? What's gonna happen to that? And I think I forget what year, but the rights are gonna revert back to Hove for $0. 2030, right? Yeah, I thought so too. It's gonna revert back to Hove for $0.
Yep.
So whoever buys that's temporary.
Right.
Very temporary.
It's only a 6-year run.
Yeah.
And is it even? What's it even worth for
It's
that for 6
reasonable
years?
doubt. It's his best album. My favorite. It's not. You can't say it's his best. You know, it's subjective, but it's my favorite. But it doesn't do numbers like that. You know, it's not like it's streaming like that. Like,
It was Reasonable Doubt was just like fucking cool as fuck when that shit dropped. Like the era that it dropped in, there was a lot of other music coming out too, and that shit was like just so top tier. The production on it was slick. Everything Jay was talking about was slick, and we were all listening to it like, oh shit, what the fuck, this shit. You know, he's
I was a little young for it.
yeah.
Volume 2. That's when I got.
That was when you got hip to it. And then
that was like I was in 6th grade. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like,
and then you learned about Reasonable
like
Doubt
I
later.
knew who Jay-Z was, but Volume 2 was like the one where I was just like, oh, this is Jay-Z. I get it now. You know?
Yeah. And what track drew you in?
Of course, Hard Knock Life. Well, actually, all those singles were crazy.
But if you think about it, that was Kanye just going crazy.
That wasn't Ye yet.
It wasn't Ye?
Blueprint was the first.
Blueprint was the first.
Yeah. That was.
He
Who was doing all that?
He was what? He had Swiss Beats on that, I believe. He had just a bunch of cats. Like
I
thought Ye did Hard Knock Life though, didn't he?
No, first beat he ever did for Hove, I think. His first big Hove placement was the Blueprint.
And it was what record was it?
Volume 2. I think Timbaland was. I think he was
probably, for sure. What's that?
Timbaland, no.
He probably has a beat on Volume 2. He probably does.
Yeah.
When was Something Like It Hot? What album is that?
Volume 3.
Because I know that's
3.
He did a lot of Timbaland beats on that shit, I feel like. I'm about to look that up.
He was like a cocaine rapper, not like a weed rapper. Early on,
he was very coded with it though.
Early on, he was a cocaine rapper. He rapped about coke.
He was very coded with it though.
Yeah, he's very coded with it.
Yeah, it wasn't like, yo, when Jeezy came out, that was fucking so over the top.
Jeezy
I love that.
Like a massive cocaine rapper like
Amazing.
that.
And then Pusha T does it with such elegance.
Yeah.
He does it with such fucking elegance.
for sure.
Yeah.
You know, he sounds like cooking a brick in the fucking Louis store. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But I feel like he's not cooking a brick because he's just fucking he's just mixing it with cuts and then rebagging it and selling it as cocaine because he's not selling crack. You know
what do you mean?
You think fucking he's cooking it up and selling it as crack?
no, I'm just saying that's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
I just
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying, is he a cocaine rapper or a crack rapper? That's what I'm saying.
cocaine.
Cocaine,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Pusha T just so elegant with it.
He does it tastefully.
Yeah.
Still.
And he got,
Fucking. Back to the weed rappers.
oh yeah, let's get back to that. Yeah. We're trying to get back to that because there's a lot to say on this.
The
I
drug
remember back when I
rap
was,
game is fucking pretty fucking plentiful though in general, but
Which I think Smoke is. Smoke Dizzle.
Smoke Dizzle, you gotta count him.
He's
definitely in there. Yeah.
He's in that modern day though, that where it's like
I'm not up on him enough to really, but everything I know about him, dope.
And you know he encompasses like weed.
Yeah, absolutely,
culture, right?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
I've heard a bunch of his shit. Like I'm just not too up on him, you know.
Currency too. That's another one.
Currency.
Currency. I had to bring up for sure.
Paper planes. That's his whole.
Yo, Styles P in the second half of his career. P in the second half of his career.
Hell yeah.
What's
up?
One of the
One of the
biggest
biggest weed records.
Hell yeah.
Right? Definitely making weed music.
It's in my top 3 weed records.
No, for sure.
Got it.
Yeah.
And I love him and Jadakiss' weed records.
Yeah, for sure.
Jada
That's one of my favorite
Jada got one with Wiz. That's amazing.
Yeah,
You heard that? The Jada and Wiz record?
Yeah.
I think so.
So there's
It's
like
on Jada's album.
weed rappers and then
Alright,
weed
sir.
records. So if we're gonna like, there's like a ton of rappers who have made weed records.
Scroll it down, hold it, baby.
50 and he didn't even smoke weed. That shit broke my heart. When I found out 50 Cent smoked weed, I was like, "Dang, he high all the time." Like, that shit broke.
I used to
broke
do
my fucking
weed
heart.
flips. Like, remember how 50 used to take the songs and flip them and shit?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
used to do that with the fucking, like, any song that would be popping. Like, we did it with Blame It. Remember that Jamie Foxx shit? Blame it on the marijuana. Blame it on the haze. Got me here today. Blame it on the kush. Got a nigga hook. Blame it on the marijuana. Yo, that shit, shout out to Just Two. That was like one of the first joints. That shit
I
was
remember
fire.
that. I remember that. That was like before me.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
But I remember like that was on that tape, that
Yep.
fucking, that
H&R.
CD, that fucking, that Mike Courts had that he always
The
used
same
to
one.
fucking bang when you guys would come around and shit and we'd be partying and shit. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yo, Vern, you had a take on 50. And I feel like it was interesting because you made it go for it.
I was just saying that because we were talking about how Future's weed like wasn't like he started moving slower because like yes it has Future's name on it and that's why people bought it initially, but like it started to slow down because the weed just it wasn't as good as let's say maybe an octane diesel just
Right.
the indoor or whatever it is.
Right.
So I just said if 50 dropped weed, I feel like people would gravitate to it because they trust his marketing and like
Right, his taste.
yeah, and even when he gets in beef with someone, no matter what he says, he's gonna put that tag there. For sure. You know what I mean? Like you always see his alcohol right under that. Like he's arguing with his baby moms right under the tag. You know what I mean? Arguing with
There's vitamin water up in that bitch.
Exactly. Like, so I think it would definitely work compared to someone, let's say like Future, who's way more hands off and it's just like, here's my name.
Where's the Future's weed at?
Flower House.
Flower House has a Future pack.
Yeah.
You got it here, right?
We got it here.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
For like 3 months. Well, we don't talk about it. That's how. It says everything. You ain't even heard us
We
talk
said
about
it when it came on, but yeah.
That shit, we got that shit when I was in Italy though. Definitely not before I went. to
No,
Italy.
bro, we got a
We
minute.
definitely got it. Literally,
We've
but
had it for a
we definitely got it before you were
I don't
done.
know. I don't believe that.
God.
But that's super interesting because we were saying like, at first we were saying rappers gotta be synonymous with their brand to be able to sell a weed. But then when he said that, I'm like, that could be true. Like, maybe like somebody like 50 doesn't have to, who's not synonymous, like a weed rapper could possibly sell. I don't know.
I don't want to smoke 50's weed.
Nah, but you would smoke Jada's weed.
Yes, I would.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Or so just
So
that from a
Jay-Z's got a
different-
weed line. It doesn't do nothing.
Yeah, because Jay Z
hasn't
don't
made no
smoke weed.
noise.
Because Jay Z doesn't smoke weed though.
Exactly.
He's
And nor does
never
50.
smoked weed. Nor does
so
50.
you
Jay-Z
wouldn't
can't do
smoke
it. I don't think 50
No,
can do
so
So
it.
you
I
weren't
think-
smoking because he doesn't
What's up?
smoke weed?
Yeah, 'cause he doesn't
Yeah.
smoke
I
weed.
just
think
I just don't want.
what
I
you
don't.
get, like
just like I don't want to
Tyson-
drink Snoop's wine. Snoop Dogg's got wine. I wouldn't want to drink Snoop's wine. I would smoke Snoop's weed though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, smoke Snoop's weed.
I don't want to drink his wine. I want to smoke his weed though.
Smoke
fair.
Tyson's
I
weed.
would try it, though.
Tyson
I would still
is
try
always
it.
smoking weed on podcasts.
I would try it. Definitely give it a shot.
But you would try Snoop's cookbook or Snoop's pan, right? With like on his cooking show or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't just have to be, they don't have to be stuck in that lane, I feel like, you know what I mean? Even when they transition. Like I don't know, it still could be.
No, I'm just saying, like, they can obviously do it and make it work to an extent, of course, because it's 50 Cent. Like, he'd make it work.
That's why I would still try. 'Cause I feel
But I
like
don't
he
think
would
it
put
would-
the right person
You
in
don't think
charge
it'd
of
be a good
picking it.
product?
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it would go
he would
crazy,
pick it
is what I'm
himself.
saying.
Right.
But he would know who to put that in the
Who to put in charge?
for that
Yeah,
job.
like 50 is a businessman. He knows how to run a business. I
Right.
think that's
like
Vern's.
he didn't sit there
Like,
with
he's-
to shoot in power. You know what I mean? He's not sitting in a director's chair the whole
That's what I
time.
think
You know
it
what I
would
mean?
be
But he
one.
put the right
Also, I
person
feel
in the
that.
chair. He's like,
I said I don't think it would be like a number one or like this right here, you know what I'm saying? But like I definitely think it would be up there for sure.
Well, here's what I'll tell you. There's like, There's no reason for it not to be something like that, because if he would, all he'd do is come in and find the person to put the fucking and get the best weed. He's not growing the shit.
Right.
50 wouldn't have a grow house where he's growing it. That's not how the brands do it. The brands come in. That's not how fucking. So what have Futures with Flower House? Flower House is growing the weed. Futures just putting his name on the shit.
Well, shit, even with Takal, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
We know where Takal the weed's coming from. It's coming from one of the best growers in the state. That's what they did. They scoured around. They found the right shit.
Method Man cares about weed.
Because Method Man cares about weed.
Right.
So why is it different? You think? Do you think Future didn't like scour maybe compared to like a Method Man? Or?
Hell no.
Well, I think the way the brands are working right now is they have they're like promised whatever the grower that they're partnering with is growing for them, right? So they're like, I'm sure someone from Future's team was overseeing the grow and the greenhouse and a part of all of that, and then it is what it is, how it comes out. You know what I'm saying? Then like, you know, fucking when I went to Flower House to see AJ was there tending to his grow in the greenhouse. So I would imagine, and that was his branding on their flower, right? So then, and he's known in the area and in the industry and whatever. So that, and Future is playing off of a different. Like he's not really known for weed. He's known for fucking perks.
And he's also not even known for business.
Which he
I don't. Maybe I'm bugging, but I don't feel like Future is he known for having businesses that are successful. Like, does he do that?
No.
Well, there's no reason we shouldn't have heard about that weed this last summer. Him having two huge albums with Metro Boomin.
Right. It was right when the whole shit was all happening too. All the Kendrick and all that shit.
There's a big difference. Method Man cares about Takal. He loves Takal. That is his.
He's wearing that shirt every time you see him. He got a logo on him somewhere.
Right.
Yep.
Future's just lending his name out, in my opinion. It's almost just some. He's not Method Man is Takal. Future's just, this is my name, in my opinion.
Right. Yeah.
Do we think Future is smoking on
the Future pack?
The Future pack?
And that's. I don't think so.
I feel him because that sucks.
Future is on my Mount Rushmore of rappers, bro. So for him not, I'm hurt, bro. I know he would not smoke that shit. Like, I see him smoking in the video.
Exactly, you know he won't.
Bro. Like straight up, I gotta be honest. Like, yeah. I paid $54 for that pack. Like, I'm tight. Like, nah.
Wow.
Where to play?
Man. Sometimes it should be working and sometimes it doesn't. You know?
Damn.
You gotta just try it though. Fuck it.
Do you like that hoodie, Dills?
Good looks, brother. I got you.
That's a good one.
It's a good one.
It is.
I got one for you.
Nice.
I like that hoodie, Mert.
Oh, appreciate it.
That's stylish right there.
Yeah, it's Lord.
I made that.
Yeah.
Dapper J.
Word.
Yeah, Buddha.
Yeah.
Top 3?
Oh, I like your rugby, Scotty.
Thank you. We just give him compliments right now. Yeah, I love that hat, Ricky.
Thanks.
I like your shirt, Jason. Oh, thanks, guys.
I like both of your shirts actually, Merlin and Jay's both. I know Jay, you made that shirt, didn't you?
I did make this
You
shirt.
did. That's a good. I like the tie dye on that. You made that shirt. That's what I'm saying.
I almost wore mine tonight.
That would have been embarrassing.
No, I'm joking. I still ain't got a stage one podcast either. I got nothing.
Oh shit!
I need something.
Hilarious. Oh man,
that's funny as hell.
Rap.
Oh yeah.
Last night, I got a top 3 rappers.
Weed rappers.
Method Man and Redman at the top for me. That's number one.
As one?
As one, yes.
As
Method
one.
Man and Redman.
Red and Meth as the number one.
That Blackout album,
kinda
that's
cheating.
like one of my fucking favorite albums of all time, and it's
But I'll
different
accept
than a Method Man album, and it's
They're
different than a
definitely a duo.
Redman album.
They're definitely a duo.
Yeah, they are.
They are their own thing.
So
They
that's
are their
why
own
I
thing.
say
They are,
Method Man and
they are
Redman.
like their own things individually, and then when they
But
are
when they're together, it's something completely different.
It really is.
So
It is.
that's my number one for
That's
sure.
your number one. Okay.
I gotta think.
It's some big dogs right here, though.
You know, we didn't say Dr. Dre, but he had an album called The Chronic, and then he had another one called The Chronic 2001.
Yeah.
So, is Dr. Dre a weed rapper?
I would
say
I would
so.
put him in that fucking.
But he's more like a weed producer, because he's like he raps.
He just
all
grows
that
mad
shit,
weed.
but he just
Yeah,
like,
but even when you would see him, like you usually see him, like
He's a
you think
producer.
about, like they have the graphic of like the smoke coming up and shit. Like when I think about Dr. Dre, I think about smoke.
smoking.
Because he's right next to Snoop the whole time, so it's
Yeah,
like.
so I mean, Dr. Dre. But would you
Do
say
you remember
Dr.
the
Dre and
disc? The
Snoop?
Chronic, it was a big
It was a
pot
big
leaf.
weed leaf.
Big
Yeah.
fucking pot leaf.
An album, yo.
Hell yeah. The
And I would say
Chronic.
no to that because you never.
no.
That was never said.
No, would I say Dr. Dre and Snoop as one thing, like Red and Meth are one thing?
No,
because
no,
they're on
no,
all
but
the
there's-
records
we got
together.
That one's
Right
cheating.
there.
That one's cheating.
We got Fresh Prince and Jazzy Jeff.
Jazz, yeah.
Like these are things that are.
That's my favorite weed.
Yeah,
rapper.
but
You
Dre
know what I'm
and
saying?
Snoop were
Fresh Prince.
together.
Jazzy
They're also have their own separate thing.
But was there a Dre and Snoop album?
I mean, The Chronic is a Dre and Snoop album, both of them, really. Like those, like Snoop is on mad songs on
It
both
is,
those
but
albums.
it isn't though. It's a
It
Dr.
isn't.
Dre.
It's a
album.
Dr.
You
I know,
know,
it is a
we
Dr.
gotta
Dre
get
album.
technical here.
There's a lot of features on it, but the standout records are always with fucking Snoop.
Absolutely.
You know, and those
sure.
are like it's like when
They're
they're
pretty much
together.
Snoop records, to be
all
honest.
I'm saying is
Yeah.
when they're together, they make their art is different.
Right.
In the same way that when Meth and Red are together, their art is different.
Yeah.
Like
For
when you
sure.
hear Snoop on a Dre record, you're
Definitely.
like,
It doesn't sound
oh,
like NWA. It
nah, doesn't sound like
yeah.
any of the other Dre records on the album.
For sure.
Doesn't sound like the Dre and Eminem record.
I'll give
You
you
know why? Because Snoop wrote it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And then
Eminem wrote the other one,
Yeah.
and Jay-Z wrote that one.
Right.
Like, you know what I
I
mean?
think that's a good debate though for like the comment section. Like, is Dr. Dre and Snoop a duo? Like,
Right.
Not to say is it a duo? It's definitely a duo, but is
Yeah.
that like or who is
It's
their favorite?
a duo worth calling out as a duo.
duo.
Like, should they fucking do an album? Really? Should Snoop and Dre do an album? Like a
That
whole
would be
album of
crazy.
Snoop and Dre? That would
Yeah.
be fucking fire.
What was that one Dre record that he had? The recent shit with Akon, the smoking record.
Kush.
Yes, that was my
I
shit.
do remember that record.
That was
Yeah.
my shit. Oh my god, talk about weed records. That shit was fire. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Heavy on the piano.
Hold up, wait a minute, let me put some kush up
Oh,
in.
yeah.
Hold up. That was my shit. With that crazy ass beat. That
Quick
shit was
question about
dope.
Snoop. So, you know how he put out Doggy Style, the classic album.
Yeah.
He's talking about making a new album called Missionary. Is that
Is that still a
what you would
thing?
reach?
I remember he said that mad long ago. But
Yeah, he was talking about it recently. Is that a reach or shit? That's what he needs to do for him.
Nah, fuck him. He got
Somebody
Nah, he gotta do
needs
that
to
shit.
No, he
gotta do
Yo,
it.
honestly, he can keep that shit. He can keep that.
I was about to say, I don't know if he needs. I don't know if he needs to do it.
He can do it.
He can do it. He can do it. He can do it.
Snoop
We
can
gonna
do
see
it.
how everyone turns out.
That'd be a nice
Yeah, if it comes out fire, then it's fire. But if it
But that was,
doesn't,
I think that was like
Ooh.
I think that was like a Dre and Snoop announcement, wasn't
Oh,
it?
it's a
Like,
gospel album, is it?
recently, they
I heard
announced
they
it.
just
I'm
worked
saying,
on a
They're
whole
working
Snoop album.
a whole Snoop album together.
We want. It's just a name. Should it be
They're
Yo,
calling it
Snoop,
missionary.
we talk about how good of a marketing genius 50 is. Fucking Snoop
No,
Dogg, my nigga.
100%.
What?
Yo, Snoop was the fucking Olympics.
Yeah, I know,
bro.
bro.
That-
Crazy.
like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Nuts.
It was
Nuts.
nuts. He's everywhere.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Like,
crazy.
The
Everywhere,
USA's
too.
poster child. Next year,
And everyone loved it.
Not next year. Next Olympics is in LA. That's gonna be cool.
Snoop took weed rap to Martha Stewart
Yeah.
cooking shows and the Olympics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My man is just like everywhere and totally fucking socially acceptable. No taboo about his open weed smokingness. And he's just out there like fucking smoking weed in the NBC. Like wherever Snoop goes, it's expected that he's smoking weed.
Exactly.
And nobody's gonna say shit.
Exactly.
Like,
But
he's everywhere.
break the stigma.
Yeah, he did say he smoked weed in the White House, bro. Like that shit's crazy.
Think how much he helped break the stigma of weed.
Yeah.
Fucking
He
crazy.
did normalize it. He, for all of us, he normalized it.
So the importance of weed rap on even helping to fucking break the stigma of weed in the like cultural sphere is crazy. Like the impact that music, like that's just proof that art has such a massive impact on life all over the place, and that's like that's good for us, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I like that shit.
Yeah, it's a fact. It set the pathway for us, low key.
We got grandmas and grandpas and fucking moms and dads and everybody up in this bitch buying weed because shit is normal.
Yeah. Well, because back then he was making it normal. You know what I mean? And like teaching children and shit like that.
It only took 20 years to do it, but in 20 years of like being, you know, I don't know, just overall charming, you know what I mean? Like if you just bring that to your aura and to your personality, it's like but then you can turn it off when you gotta play you got Mean Mug in a movie or something, or you gotta fucking put out some gangster rap or whatever. But then in general, in the ethos, when you're out here being on camera, you're just like a charming bastard, like Snoop is. That motherfucker's hilarious. He just says some funny ass shit.
He damn sure does.
And then I smoke a lot of weed at the same time. And then you got fucking 20 years of that shit. And here that brings us here.
That's a fact. So
and there's a lot of other fucking people out there with that fight though. I'm not saying Snoop.
Oh no, for sure. But speaking of other people, top threes.
Alright,
So I'm gonna say mine is number 2 is Wiz.
Number 2 is Wiz.
Number 2 is Wiz. What? Number 3. I'm gonna come back. Send it around to you.
And you're not. And 1 is like top, right?
Number 1 is Method Red.
And that's the top. Though.
Yeah.
That's not.
Yeah. Yep. And then Wiz.
So you're saying off your liking, basically?
Off of mine. Yeah, that's what I thought we was doing.
Yeah, no, I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Context.
What about you, Vernon?
All right, I'll come back. I would say number 1 for me is probably Snoop, definitely for sure, because like anytime I need to listen to weed, I go to.
Yeah, that's gonna be my 3.
You know what I mean?
Put Wiz before Snoop because ironically, I have more weed anthems from Wiz than I do from Snoop.
What?
Like I have like I could name a bunch of them that I play. You know what I mean? Like this plane, it's my shit.
Love that shit.
It's my fucking shit.
All right. What are some of Snoop's weed anthems? He's just a character that smokes weed and talks about how much weed he smokes in his interviews and shit, and like is always smoking weed.
Yeah.
Does he have like a lot of weed, like other than smoking on endo, sipping on gin and juice?
But so he doesn't go directly at it. I feel like. He'll sprinkle it in.
Yeah, exactly.
And then whenever anybody has a song that is about weed, they get the Snoop feature. That from growing up, I grew up with that. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody who, if it doesn't matter who it is, rapper, R&B, if you have a song that's about weed, you probably are gonna have Snoop Dogg on that song. And even if he's just like, weed. You know what I'm saying? Like. He's on the record. He's there. He pops up with a spliff, just like in fucking Half Baked when he came up from the stairs. He just pops up.
I just quit smoking yesterday.
Does selling weed count? Like in terms of rappers, does selling weed count?
Who, Dolph?
Nah, I got a
shout out to Dolph.
I got a hot take, but Chief Keef talks about strings like coming back all the time.
Yeah.
I would definitely say he's up there with weed rappers.
Oh, you know who he is?
His name's Chief Keef. I'll give him
that's a fact.
We get the mask for the name being Keef, bro.
You know who we haven't mentioned? Cudi. He got a lot of weed records too. Definitely.
But he is a psychedelic feeling type of rapper.
But I mean,
I would say he falls in the lane though, for sure.
Lonely Stoner.
Without a doubt.
Yep. You right.
I didn't think about that one.
Me neither.
That's a good one. Gotta talk about his homies, Wiz and Mac Miller.
I wasn't even gonna put Mac on it.
I gotta put him on it, man.
Yeah.
That was kind of his lane early on.
For
You don't
sure.
think so? He went heavy with the weed shit, I thought.
He did, but I don't think it like became his persona.
Not as much as Wiz.
I don't think it became his persona.
not like
Or
Wiz.
even like a
I
currency
didn't even
or
insinuate
a
that.
smoke dinner.
Wiz was the reason I started smoking weed, but Mac was the reason I never really ventured past that shit.
Yeah.
But I feel like he was in that whole scene like that.
He
You know
was,
what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
Like,
Yeah.
He's got a big place in it, but
That's how I felt about Crit. Because I've been thinking about Crit this whole conversation, but
yeah.
he always talks about it. Like, it's not like he doesn't mention it any less than any of the other people that we're talking about, but you don't really see him smoking. Like, it's not something that I could say. I don't think he's like intentionally wants to be in that lane, but he's just a dude that smokes weed and he's gonna put that in his songs because that's what he lives. But you know, and I feel like Mac is kind of the same way.
Yeah.
Would you guys say Afro Man's a rapper?
hell yeah.
But he plays fucking guitar. Like he sings a lot. Like I just don't know if you categorize him as a rapper.
Post Malone
like,
is a
he's
rapper
fucking-
technically. Like so,
Yeah.
he was like the beginning of that. I'd say.
And
He was spitting on the record
Yeah.
too.
He was spitting
He
on
would
it,
have
yeah.
a verse.
He
He,
had a verse,
would
yeah.
sing
He
throughout
would
the
sing
majority of it, but he would spit a
Spit a
verse
verse.
somewhere here and there.
Yeah, he's a rapper.
Yeah, he's a rapper.
That's like I guess that's like after the albums that I put out. If I was to ask if I'm a rapper,
imagine.
Am I a rapper?
I would
don't
slap somebody in their
listen to my
face.
albums. Am I a rapper? I don't know, man. Like, yeah, I guess you're right.
man.
Afro Man's a fucking rapper.
Yeah,
So,
he's definitely a rapper.
You're a rapper, Merc.
Yeah. Nah, yeah.
Just so you know.
I'm a rapper. I'm a rapper. Am I a weed rapper? I don't know. I've definitely spit a lot of weed verses. I definitely got a lot of weed bars.
Yeah. Right.
I wouldn't say I'm a weed rapper though. But you say you're a weed rapper.
I have weed songs. Like
You
I have
do?
multiple weed songs throughout my
Yeah,
on my
it's true.
first mixtape. I had like 3 of them. You know what I mean? And like they were the ones that people knew me the most for.
Right.
Like I've.
And your like catchphrase that you use to
Is
this
Buddha
day.
Buddha. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
one of my biggest songs that people know me for the most is "Scroll It, Don't Hold It," which is a weed record. The whole entire song I'm rapping about weed. The theme song of this podcast is Mario and Yoshi. That's a song it's a weed record.
It's a weed record.
It's a fucking weed record.
It
You know what
is.
I'm saying? Like I wrote that hook like with that intention. Like yo, we about to make a weed song. We got Fronto. We
How's
got
the hook go? You remember it? It was top.
It's a tricky one.
It is a tricky one. It's a tongue
I be on
twister.
that OG, buy it by the OG. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
I'll be on that OG.
I seen him do a full one, bro.
No, I gotta hear it.
Especially
I'll be on that green
especially
like Mario and
because
Yoshi.
it's the theme song. Like Jay didn't know that one.
No, but that's why I was like, damn, you're gonna put that.
That motherfucker got a million verses on deck right now. That just be like, yo, spit 16. I'm just fucking on. Fucking, I'll spit 100. And then I'll be like, yo, spit this fucking repeating hook. That's the theme song to this fucking podcast.
But it doesn't even play on the beat. It doesn't play on the
It's just the beat. No, your accent is just the beat.
Yeah, it doesn't play. So
I can't. But
I'll be on that OG. I'm on the OG. Sound.
find me with
I'll be on that OG.
find me in the nosebleeds, piling up the road cheese.
I edit the song in right here.
I'll be on that green like Mario and
I'll be on the
Yoshi.
green like Mario and Yoshi. Yeah.
It sound hard.
Nah, it is some shit. It's some shit.
That shit is
Oh,
hard.
yeah.
That's definitely going on the fucking
No, it's funny. That was in my head yesterday.
stage one.
that-
That's definitely on the stage one playlist, like at the top of the fuck. Yeah, that beat is mean.
That beat is
son.
stupid.
It's like,
Yo.
I love when it comes in when the episode is ending.
Yeah.
And True Blues verse on that shit.
He spazzed.
Spaz.
He fucking spazzed.
Yeah.
Word up.
And I spazzed on that shit.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's a good record. That's a good record.
Yeah, some great one.
I like them records where I don't rap.
You did rap though. You just did the hook.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like where I just do the hook. Like I like those records. Those are fucking fun. I like those a lot. Actually.
Yeah.
I want to do a lot more of those. Hit me up. I got mad at those in the cut. Real shit.
Mad hooks in the cut.
Hell yeah. You know, you made the beats.
Yeah.
Are you a weed rapper, Ricky?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, well, Ricky is a weed rapper. As a matter of fact. Hell yeah.
That's why we were gonna do this episode last week. We waited for Ricky because
he couldn't make it last week.
This is his lane right here.
We have to talk about it. So what's the hardest part about, or easiest part about being a weed rapper? What'd you say?
You know what you're gonna rap about.
Yeah.
You don't have to sit there and think about what's this song gonna be about.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like though conceptually though you could go in a lot of directions with weed, but it narrows it down.
You can, but if you have a starting point. If you don't have any of those other ways, like sometimes you come up with this extra creative thing that you never heard of or thought of, but then when you don't have that, you literally can be like rapping about the, you know what I mean? Like you can just look at what's going on. We could just start rapping about the yellow packs with the red tops. You know what I mean? Like just start putting it all together. So it's easy.
Yeah, I think people create in different ways too. Like I remember I had one like session with this kid, and he was like, "Oh, that's crazy how you record like that." And I stepped away for like 3 or 4 joints, and just like kept playing the music on repeat. And for like him, he sits down and plays video games.
Yeah.
But he still smokes. But that's just not part of my
creative process.
My process is literally
to sit there and listen to the beat.
Listen to it.
Yeah, smoke. Yeah.
That's a fact. Same. Yeah, I think that's part of what makes it easier. Is it's all kind of built into itself. Because then when you're smoking, you're getting higher, you're getting more creative, you're creating that energy, that vibe, you're getting more into the music.
Yeah.
But thank you.
And if I think back to all of the late night sessions, just smoking mad bud, in all the different time periods of my life where I was making music, whether it's like the fucking basement at this house in Yonkers when I was at Purchase, and I was there with my first rap group FCM. And we had the studio in the basement. We just fucking, we'd go to class, but then when we'd all be back at the crib at night, we'd just be making music, all just smoking mad blunts. Just fucking always smoking weed was always a part of the fucking ritual of making music. Definitely. Like it didn't come without that part.
For sure.
Yeah, it gotta roll up. Yeah. Gotta fucking.
Even the people that I would make music with that don't smoke regularly, they would, when we would link up, they would be like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna smoke today.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's part of you're a weed rapper. Yeah, when you get around people and they're like, I don't smoke, but I'll smoke.
But I'll smoke.
That's like the biggest compliment too. Like as a smoker, it's like word.
Yeah.
My nigga.
Yeah.
Love that. I love that. Yeah, nah.
Right. Who would you rather smoke with? Snoop, Wiz?
Oh man.
Snoop or Wiz?
See, now you got. Well, I was gonna put Method Man.
Yeah, Method Man is who I'm
gonna give you the Method Man story, bro. So I was fucking. The band was opening for Wu-Tang at Northern Light, Upstate Concert Hall.
Your band, right?
Yeah, Merc, my band, and so obviously Method Man was there, and at the time we were doing a lot of shows with Cheeks. Like Cheeks was around, and so he was like, "Oh, y'all are opening for Wu-Tang? I'm there. I'll pull up. So we'll do beautiful music. We'll do Renee." So like so when we pulled up to a Wu-Tang show, there was like 20 artists opening up at that point too. It was like a fucking. So like the guys that went on before us, they were called Them White Boys. Yeah, that was the name of their group.
Were they dope?
Nah, by the end of the set, the crowd was chanting, "Fuck them white boys!"
Oh, God,
It was needless to say, it was a horrible experience for them, and then we had to go on right after them, and like there was already like 19 other artists that had performed, and motherfuckers were there to see Wu-Tang. And I don't know if you remember back in the day, it was a lot of that, like when big artists come to town, the promoters would do like a pay to play, and everybody that performed beforehand paid a little bread to fucking be on there. They paid us though, so we were like, all right. We were like the actual openers, but by that time the crowd is already like, fuck the shit. So we're fucking definitely fighting from behind, but we murdered it because we brought Cheeks out, and everybody was like, oh, because fucking if you're there to see Wu-Tang, you know
Cheeks
Cheeks
comes out of fucking nowhere.
and Cheeks comes out of nowhere with the opener. You're like, these motherfuckers right here. Oh! So then everything we did from that point on was like, yo, we fucking love it.
You had the crowd.
We had it.
It was over.
So. And like back then, we would dress to the nines. Remember, we all used to wear like fucking ties and shirts. I would wear a suit coat. I think that night I had a sweater vest on and shit. I was like, I was all about the layering and fucking accessorizing and shit. And I fucking, so then I end up afterwards, because we bring Cheeks and we have, and the crazy shit is Raz is there, and fucking he's fucking. Did I tell this fucking story when Raz was on a podcast?
Please talk about it.
Damn it. See, I'll be high as fuck. So now I'm like stuck, like, damn, did I already tell the story?
Keep telling it. You didn't tell this detail.
All right. So then
I'm intrigued.
So you might already heard it already. So
I have, but I'm intrigued.
So then we end up, because I bring Cheeks, right, and we like look like big time, so we end up on Snoop's
Meth, yeah.
Or on Meth's fucking tour bus, and fucking with Cheeks and Raz, and so somehow Raz made it on, and then Raz later comes to create Takal as a brand that then is now Method Man's fucking shit. So that was like I think might have been even one of the first times that they linked was at that show.
Yep. And they both showed each other. They both got hand tattoos at the same time.
Yeah.
She's got the Lost Boys. Method Man got Protect Your Neck right here.
Yeah.
So I was actually filming, like, y'all all in this.
Yeah, you were there too. Yeah, that's a fact.
The clip went viral from back in the day too.
Yeah. I still have this picture of Method Man wearing the Merc Grind t-shirt, because we just put out that album, and that was a joint that Cheeks was on with us, and the song called Beautiful Music, or the Grind album, and so we had these Grind t-shirts that were made by Tree Shirts, and they fucking like limited edition, a run of 100. They had the fucking logo from the album cover and the fucking Tree Shirts logo on the back with all the different album titles or song titles on the album. It was fucking dope. And we gave one to Method Man that night, and I got a picture of him wearing it with I don't know who else is in it. It's a couple other people in it. But anyway, I couldn't smoke with fucking Method Man is the point of this fucking story. The whole fucking point
of
the story is anticlimactic as it seems, is that motherfuckers were smoking the illest, like fucking hash dipped crazy blunt that was like, and I couldn't smoke because I was on probation from when I got arrested for the dispensaries, for the shit that ended up letting us get the dispensary. So
it ended up being worth it.
So now maybe I get to smoke with Method Man in the future on some, on some dispensary business shit.
I think that might happen.
For sure. I thought you were gonna tell the story about when he saw you wearing the outfit.
Oh yeah, well I could tell that part too, because that's a part of the fucking story. I think that might be the part that I told the last time, so I didn't. But it was that because I was dressed to the nines, like I had the fucking sweater vest on and the fucking tie and the suit jacket. I'm fucking sweating. I had the fucking fro back then and shit, looking crazy. And the Method Man looks. I'm on this tour bus. He looks me up and down and goes, "Almost wore that outfit."
That's a fact. Yeah. Hilarious.
Look, took that moment, that opportunity to just like roast me in front of a room full of people.
fire.
That's some method
get
shit,
roasted
though.
by
That's
Method Man, though, like-
no, that's really some method man
Yeah.
shit. Get him.
Get him. They almost wore that outfit. Like, word up. Real shit.
It's dope you were there to witness it.
Yeah. So Dale's was there for all. He can vouch for the whole fucking story. Like, that's why I like clicked in my head. Like I feel like I already said this shit on the Cal episode, but then I looked at Dale like, am I doing this shit?
No, you didn't tell it like that, though.
Alright.
No, definitely not.
Boom.
Boom. I had no idea Dills was there.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What? We got
That's
so
Dills is
it was
everywhere.
a moment. Remember we met Cole? We were on the bus and met Cole.
We on the bus and met Cole. Yo, we've experienced bad moments like that together, which is crazy.
Young Cole too.
So same shit. Fucking at the same year, we're really bussing, and we fucking opened for Cole at the Armory, and brought Cheeks out and did fucking beautiful music. Played Renee, had Cheeks with us. Of course we could get on the fucking tour bus and sing it out to Cole. Yeah, Cole was like all about that shit. So then we were just there, and he was fucking cool as fuck.
Nice.
That's
And I
dope.
didn't get to smoke with Cole either. Same era. Like,
Are you a smoker like that?
I think they were smoking. I'm pretty sure they were smoking.
I think how he was giving it up, he was like, yo, you're such a legend. He gave Cheeks his flowers.
No, I bet he did.
For sure.
I bet he did.
It was really cool. He was cool as fuck. Cole, you could tell Cole is cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Is he still?
All right, so now that it's all died down, right? How do we feel?
Is he still the maker though?
How do we feel about
Cole?
About Cole? Yeah,
That's my dude.
Right. At the end.
I'm glad he did what he did.
Yeah, me too. I'm actually like in the moment we were all just like, "What the fuck, bro? Why did you do that?" Fuck it. But after after you look back at it and you get to the macro, in the micro
he made the
moment,
complete
you're like,
right decision.
Yeah,
he made the
He
right
climbed
decision.
above Drake again.
There was a shooting. Kobe riding his bike, bro.
Yeah, I mean we're fucking all right.
I don't
Cool.
know. I still think he should rapped a little bit. Fuck.
You still think he should have enjoyed it?
I think he should have never did first person shooter and just kept riding his bike and just did not even
First person shooter. He dissed him on first person shooter. He gave him props on it.
No, I know, but I feel like he shouldn't have did that.
Nah, them props were the diss.
Huh? No, I was saying with Vern because he was saying how he like dissed him too, and I was like, he did diss him, but he shouldn't have did that neither.
I feel like
Oh yeah, that's what was corny.
you shouldn't have dissed him from the beginning,
Right.
or just like go full fledged. You 100% you're gonna diss him. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. But I feel like he wasn't privy to what was actually happening, and then he joined in on some, bruh, this is gonna be fun, and then somebody tapped him from behind like, yo, son,
This ain't gonna be
chill, and then he was like, oh fuck, alright,
schoolboy. Supposedly that was schoolboy.
how can I fucking exit this and not look crazy? And then he like came up with the fucking thing that he did that was like,
It looked crazy.
Made it look
fucking crazy.
But that was the only thing he could have done. That's what I'm saying. The only thing he
Just
could have
going
did differently
dark.
was just not do first person shooter.
Not
He
even
was
that.
going dark.
and we still love Cole, so like.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, we all still love Cole, so there it is.
I don't know,
And
man.
I will say Cole's cool.
Scotty didn't like Cole to do it.
I like him as an artist.
No, Scotty is definitely team Big Ghost with fucking where he puts out where Big Ghost says he looks
I'm
like
so
Eeyore
glad you know
on
about him, by the
He
way.
looks like Eeyore on the cover. of his
I literally
fucking
thought it was Al
cover
Sphinx.
shit.
I swear to
Yeah.
God. I thought it was Al Sphinx doing that.
What's that?
Tagging and stuff.
Oh, nah. I was never good at it. My man Gio from the FCM used to throw up.
Mm-hmm.
He was nice with it. He used to be nice with it. He used to skate too. But
Gio? Shout out to Gio.
shout out to Gio.
Gio, was he good skating?
Yeah.
Must be the name. Every G I know is good at skateboarding.
Good skateboarder. He's good. Fucking.
Yeah. For real.
How many Geos do you know?
That would be the third.
The third.
Only two.
Third.
The 2 Geos I know. Fucking dope. For real. There's 2 of them. So that's a third. That's crazy.
That's a third, bro.
I don't know many Geos, but all 3 of them, they skate.
Nah, motherfucker could rap his ass off. He'd make beats and all that shit too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what I think he goes by Gorski now.
Gorski.
Yeah. I bet you he's got shit out there that you could look up. I haven't seen any recently, but.
Well, like production?
Not the fuck. None of us are the best promoters.
Wink, wink.
No,
You're the best promoter, Jay.
I know him as a rapper. I just thought about something. I made him a shirt a few months ago.
Who?
L Sphinx.
Al Sphinx?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Albany shit.
Yeah, how about them top 3s?
Yeah, I'm saying. Well, I thought Jay had his.
Vernon got it.
It was Vernon. We just got it out.
Vern had do you have all 3 of yours or just 2 so far? Snoop, Chief Keef, and
Styles P.
Styles P. Okay, Styles P. There it is.
I get high. I love that.
Yeah, it's classic.
Probably Wiz, Snoop, and Biggie.
Biggie?
Biggie?
Yeah, I don't know
Mac
why.
Miller ain't, but Biggie is? What the fuck?
Biggie?
Bro, I
You think
swear to
Biggie's
God.
a weed rapper, bro?
No, he's, I don't know. His influence on me was like,
He's a weed icon for sure, I think, though.
That's fair. I mean,
Okay.
I started smoking blunts because
Smoking that Branson pack.
Smoking
That
blunts.
Branson pack.
Yeah, because fucking Biggie always
I
talk
was
about
like,
smoking
yeah.
blunts.
I was like,
Facts, that's true.
I don't know. Mac was never a weed rapper to me at first.
What? Alright, if Biggie's not a weed rapper, what kind of rapper is Biggie?
He was a rapper.
Is he a rapper? A rapper's rapper?
Yeah, he's just a rapper. He kind of raps about.
A greatest rapper?
Yeah.
No, but you can't even categorize. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like everybody else will be like, yeah, he's a coke rapper. Yeah, that guy's a fucking,
Right?
you
And he
know,
had the song Unbelievable.
he's a crack
It was
rapper.
unbelievable.
What kind of rapper is big if not a weed rapper?
Your favorite rapper's favorite rapper.
He's a rapper's rapper.
Yeah.
He's just-
Yeah, he
That
is.
rapper was Tupac then. Like, I feel like he was a pioneer. You know what I mean?
Same thing.
Yeah,
Like, he was
Tupac.
Tupac's
Biggie,
different, bro.
lyricist.
Biggie what?
As what kind of rapper he is, a lyricist.
Oh, yeah. You fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
But I'm saying like that. I think
Yeah,
that's
nah,
that.
he's saying-
But like
That's
he's
the
not because
answer, I
he's
think.
not he like rapped about everything.
Yeah, that's what I said.
He's
Yeah.
like he
That's what
rapped.
I feel like there's more
He was
Biggie
talking
bars that
about-
made me want to smoke weed than there's Mac bars that made me want to.
That's fair.
Because you're already smoking weed when you
Yeah.
listen to Mac.
That's true.
That's fair.
What's your 3, Scott? I think he was the last one.
Snoop. I don't want to pigeonhole Styles and call him a weed rapper, but for the sake of this, we're gonna, because we have been Styles and Currency. That's the 3.
That's legit.
Gotta put Snoop in there.
And I'd say so if I can't put Snoop and Dre together,
You can if you want to.
because I'd like to do that and do Red and Meth together, and then
You're just trying to fit as many people
Man,
in
I'm
your
not.
top
Method
3
Man's
as you
3.
can.
I'm fucking bugging. Method Man's 3. I'm bugging. Take back.
That's a fair swap. I was happy that Currency was there, but yeah, that's a fair swap.
Yeah. Sorry, people. Take back for sure.
and then I'll put Cypress Hill.
I wonder if somebody could put
Yeah, because that album was fucking pivotal for me. It's like I was definitely taking mad hits from the bong.
Yeah, shit
Listening
made-
to hits from the
I
bong
listened.
type shit.
I listened to that so
Yeah,
many
I believe
times,
it.
just ripping a bong in like 6th grade, 7th grade.
Damn, Scotty.
Oh, well, I was young, man. Yeah, I used to make bongs out of whatever too. It was the Wild West back then.
That was the fun days though when you make bongs out of shit. Those were the really fun
Yeah.
days.
Oh
I
man,
know.
we
They
had
just weren't
grab
as
bongs and
accessible,
shit.
you know what I'm
pull it
saying?
out of the sink with a fucking
Yeah.
with a gallon jug and shit in the sink.
You couldn't buy a bong at a gas station.
Make a bowl out of an apple.
You know what I'm saying? You couldn't buy a bong at a gas station before. That shit was it was hard to obtain this shit.
Yeah, it was.
Especially as a fucking teenager. You know?
Damn near impossible.
And so
break it,
you may do.
Oh my goodness.
Mad tight.
Or you break the
like
system.
slush cups from Great Escape, like beaker looking shits.
Yeah.
Had a metal bowl head, like from a metal pipe. Put a little fucking stem on that shit. Put it in there, drilled a little hole. Had myself a bong.
Man, we used to make the little bowl head out of aluminum foil. Take the pen.
Used to do that too.
Take all the shit out of the pen, so you just had the fucking cylinder. Burn the hole into the fucking bottle. Make yourself the little fucking bong and shit, bro.
Do you think these kids these days have that same experience? Hell no, right? That's a shared. Like you never had none of that.
Hell yeah.
Oh, what? Yeah. Yes, you fucking. That's a shared stoner experience right there.
That's been mad times I had to like cut chargers, plug that into the wall, like try to connect it to my cart. Like I'm not.
You talking about?
Let me finish.
But no, that's a perfect example.
You still gotta be a technician. You still gotta be a technician.
You still gotta be a technician.
I couldn't have a bong either.
No, absolutely.
Example. My first time smoking weed, like I couldn't.
That's what I'm saying. It's a perfect
Like I had
example.
to use the GB, like so I got a big ass like liter bottle, like cut it, put the water in it, then you put the top in.
Yeah.
It rises and then you hit it. So like,
Yeah.
I mean,
but what was the top though? What did you use as a top?
we used a what is that shit that they put on? Like you know the thing you put on cars? Like we got it from it's like a screw.
Like the wrench, the square.
Yeah, like but you could like switch it on and off.
Yeah,
Like,
the
so
monkey
you
wrench?
put that. Yeah, you pack it
Oh, I know what you're talking
like a
about.
piece that you put on top of.
The little piece, the
ratchet.
Just put that, and then we put an aluminum foil under that, and then poke those, and then it just lit.
Wow.
What is this that you made?
Gravity bong.
Gravity bong. But that's with a 3 liter,
It's a classic.
which is a classic, that's a classic.
Oh, so that's
But what that transcends though, that's that we did that shit in the fucking 90s.
You know about a
You know
lumber?
what I'm saying? Huh?
Yeah. Bust your fucking lung up.
Yeah, cut the end of a 2 liter off, bread bag, tape it to the 2 liter, and you push the bread bag in, you pull it out,
And it fills the whole shit up with fucking.
creates this giant thing. Yeah, it just creates a giant cloud of smoke.
It kills your lung. Like it literally fucking kills your.
What you know about a pisser? You know about that?
Yeah. When you drop the shit out.
Bullhead here,
Oh yeah.
hole down here.
Oh, you just call it
fill it with
waterfall. Yeah, the waterfall.
Call it a pisser. It's way better. And then it just pisses.
Yeah.
The smoke.
And the smoke.
It's like a reverse GV.
It's like a reverse gravity bong, yeah. That's cool. It's fucking, that's some stoner ingenuity right there, bro.
We used to we would be smoking with mad people on one fucking blunt. So what we would do is just take like a regular, like a bottle, and just fucking poke a hole in it and just put the fucking blunt in it. And then you just fucking pass it around, call that bitch the sailboat. And just sail around.
Yo, can we spin that shit back real quick though to Vernon?
Crazy work.
So I had to take the charger. Like yo, I thought it was saying, like I was on fire. It was like just together to make a spark to light the blunt with and shit. Charge
That's
the bait. Oh my
No, but
god.
it's a perfect example of the ingenuity of the new generation versus us. It's doing the same shit to get
Just figuring out how to get high, bro. Like figuring it out.
So wait. So you was using a cart with no battery.
So I can acquire the cart, but I was too young to buy the battery. So like I couldn't go. To the
So wait,
store.
you're telling me you?
Yes, I got a charger. Like let's say an Apple charger, I would cut that like the end of it with the charge. Cut that in half. I would take the blue wire and the green wire. I would hook it up to the charger. I would connect it to the bottom of the cart, and then I would hit that shit.
Bro, that's
That's actually smart.
Now I'm 15, 16.
That's genius. Low-key, that's genius.
I would be afraid I was gonna electrocute my face doing some shit like that.
Bro, your mom ever
You
walking
crazy
out
for
here?
that.
You see
Hot wire and shit.
Bro, that is wild shit.
That is nutty.
Yeah, first of all, super smart because there's no reason that shit doesn't work because that is how signal flow works. It's like that. So like if you know anything about signal flow, you know that you just have to connect it to the right places on the cart because that's all the battery's doing, and it's heating it up. The cartridge is made to heat it up. So I get, but like. Don't try that shit at home.
I'm not recommending that to nobody.
You're fucking electrocuting your face, but that shit is, wow.
Why all the Vernon challenges be dangerous?
They just gotta roll the dice on it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, that's younger cats, man. Reckless ass motherfucker. But I mean, we were reckless.
We were, yeah, that's a fact.
In the different ways.
We used to. I used to have to get to. Used to have to do some sketchy shit to get weed.
Yes,
Fuck
that is true. The number of times some sketchy shit I had to do some. Like knock on a fucking door and then put whole money in a hole down here and then get the weed out the hole like and never see the motherfucker's face. Like that is a sketchy ass transaction. And however you look, you know what I mean. However way you look at it, and I'm sure I can see everybody nodding their head. Like, oh yeah, I've been on Trinity. That's on Trinity, bro. Like they've been running that spot for fucking 50 years. Are you fucking kidding me? Like. Yeah.
That shit literally still happens.
Yes, it does.
There's a spot right on Central, and you go up there and it's just a little butthole.
A butthole.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yeah,
It's a butthole.
butthole.
You gotta put your hand in it. You gotta reach it.
Yo.
Are you putting your whole hand?
Are you putting your whole hand in the
It depends
butthole?
where they put the bud.
Stage One Podcast.
The butthole.
You're skipping past those guys. It's out down there, man.
Yeah. Speaking of buttholes.
He's just the doo-doo brown John. So these right here is the ugliest, but also one of the most beautiful kicks I've ever had. Don't nobody even realize Jordan 8 was even made in a low, except for sneakerheads, obviously. But even a casual sneakerhead has no fucking idea those exist. And these are the Cinders. They came out in 2008, I believe. And I've never worn them. I thought they were gonna be when I bought them. Actually, it's a funny story. So you know how I collect Jordan 8s. So even the ones I think are ugly, I'm gonna buy. And I finally came around to getting these, and had no expectations for them. I thought they were the worst shoe ever. Then I saw the materials, and the camera obviously isn't gonna show this, but the leather and shit on this is crazy. Like the quality's nuts. It's almost like a dress shoe leather, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying. Like, remember you're talking about if you wear some Jordans with a fucking suit. Is that why you brought these with you? Because you're like, these are the only Jordans I would wear with a fucking suit.
No, absolutely not.
You wouldn't wear those with a suit?
I've noted. I just don't want to wear sneakers with suits anymore.
If you had like the fucking pink dress shirt with the fucking, you know what I mean, and with the tan suit and the fucking that you needed the brown kicks, you had the brown fucking belt and shit. You could look slick with those.
I can totally do it. I just don't
pull that shit off.
I just don't want to do the suit and sneakers.
Suit and sneakers, not
Why
it.
they call the Cinders?
Cause the color.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, those are the Cinder 8 lows.
Jay, would you wear those with a suit?
I would wear them with for style's sake, but I'm just saying I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Actually do it. But yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I like getting down with loafs now.
So what would you wear them with?
I don't know. I've been waiting to find the perfect fit for it.
I've
had it for years.
Never worn them.
The time ain't right.
Yeah.
The time ain't right.
What would the perfect outfit?
I don't know.
For those be? You don't
Can't
even
call
have it.
Can't call it.
You haven't come across the right piece for those kicks yet. Is what you're saying?
Exactly. It's gonna happen one day. Actually, I'm gonna make that my mission in the next couple months. Find something for this.
To find something to go with those kicks to wear them one time.
Hopefully they don't crumble.
One time.
High chance they
One
crumble.
time.
High chance.
Yeah.
What do you do to make them not crumble though? Can't you do something?
Not a damn thing.
And it's the soles, right? It's
The
rubber.
midsole, not the middle part crumbles right here.
Yeah.
So what will happen first though? The paint's gonna crack immediately on these. Like as soon as I wear these, probably the paint's gonna crack. That's just known to happen. That's not a big deal. It's just a visual thing. But the sole also that's different than crumbling. But this is pretty firm. Pause. And
there's no like way you can store them that will make it less likely. Because I've seen like YouTube videos of motherfuckers which their shit's just fucking crumbling in their fingers and it just looks terrible and you're like, oh my god.
It's just inevitable sometimes. But I feel like whatever I've been doing is doing them justice because I haven't had much crumble.
Yeah.
I got a pair from 2001 that still hasn't completely crumbled. Midsoles are cracked, but it hasn't crumbled. I don't think these are gonna crumble.
That looks
immediately.
Like a well-made shoe, though.
Yeah, it does look like a well-made shoe. Like that. You're right about that.
Yeah, if they did this in a high,
yeah.
oh my god. If they did this in the high top 8, crazy. Crazy. But nah, they had to do a fucking low top.
The low top 8 is wild.
It's wild, bro.
Yeah.
I'm trying to have every 8 that ever existed. So
I know,
low
like
tops count.
And they do, and it's a fucking cool shoe. I'm not even hating on the fact that
It's unique as fuck.
It's unique as fuck.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring out some weird shit tonight.
Yeah, weird shit.
Quick question.
Good
Do
shit,
you
though.
have the Vashties? The twos? So you know the first woman to ever design a Jordan is Vashti. She's from Albany.
She's from Albany?
Vashti Cola?
I know that.
Cola.
Yep, she's from Albany.
The fuck, I ain't know that.
Yep, she did. She got the 2.
Judge me.
Nah, I
Do you know who Vashti is or no?
Is that? I know the shoe.
Yeah.
Big DJ, video director, tastemaker.
She went to Holy Names.
That's fire.
That's my people's.
Out here too.
It's so dope. Yeah.
Nice.
The best ugly shoe of all time. Really is. I really thought they were gonna be trash, and then I got them in hand. I was like, wow, these are really good. But they're really hard to find. Not really hard to find, but there's not many pairs left out there. They can be had though. It's not like
they're impossibles.
No, there's probably had for cheap. They're just not very sought after. But there's probably so few unworn right now. What are we doing next?
What are we doing next?
Jay?
What up, Jack? You got a verse for us, Jack?
I got a little song.
That's how isn't that usually how we do it? We just do the back-to-back fucking shoes to raps.
Back-to-back,
yes,
Jack.
sir.
Back-to-backs.
Yeah.
Jack to
Kicks to
Jack.
raps.
So
Kicks some raps.
we're gonna go back to 08 with this one.
08?
Oh, hey.
Wow.
Hey, no.
Wow.
This is that one record that you were just talking about.
Vernon was
that
just
Mike
born.
Forks always be pulling up every time I see him. Like, yo, that's my favorite one.
Yeah.
This was one of them ones that people knew me for that made me realize that I was a weed rapper for sure. This was like the party record. I said, with my bottle and where did my cup go? I want alcohol, but I'm already fucked up though. I'm about to fall and I don't need no help up, cause I'ma get down on the floor. 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 I don't know if I'm high or low, so I'ma get down on the floor. Get down on the floor. Get down on the floor. I don't know if I'm high or low, so I'ma get down on the floor. Excuse me, shawty, but I wasn't sure if you had heard. See, my head's a little fuzzy and my speech is sorta slurred. I smoke, I drink, I party, so I'm sloppy with my words. And if I said what was on my mind, you would probably think I was a perv. You could tell by my
aroma, I'm a stoner. That California kush put the kid into a coma. We keep the party cracking until the party is over. But the party just started, so I'm cracking my Corona, Buddha boy. As you can see, I be in the VIP with a PYT by me. ISPIT like BIG, probably why she like me. Said you such a cool motherfucker, I already know who you'll be. So if I was any other letter than J, it's safe to say I will be a G. Where my bottle and where did my cup go? I want alcohol, but I'm already fucked up though. I'm about to fall, but I don't need no help, cause I'ma get down on the floor. Get down on the floor, yeah. Buddha, 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 Buddha. Good looking out, Jack. Appreciate
That was fire, bro. I didn't know you rap.
Oh, 08, kid. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Just Two.
That's probably what somebody would have said to you in 08 when they heard that. Like, oh shit, bro, I didn't know you rap.
Word, I didn't know you do that.
That's fucking
You
dope.
be on the radio.
You know, someday, bro. I should put that on the radio right now.
Word.
You know what you should do? You should fucking get that on the radio, bro.
Word. That probably is what they were saying at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's before Just Two was Just Two. It was two
He
guns.
was two
back then.
guns.
Word up.
People just thought you can just go to a radio station like, yo, play my shit.
Like in the movies, you just stand outside the window. Like,
It doesn't work in the movies either.
That's mad funny.
You know what you should do? You should go down to the label, to the record label, and play
stand
them your
outside.
demo tape. You're so good. You're so talented.
Just go march right in there and say, "Hey guys."
Do you have any videos on YouTube?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, 1,000. Sometimes I walk in and you guys have been watching our videos for fucking hours.
Love it.
It happens.
Love that shit. I ain't even mad at it.
That's how many videos we have, though. We've made so many fucking videos. It's just crazy.
It's a fact. Yep.
What you smoking? That future weed, Merc?
Nah, I was smoking New York grapes from Splash. We have some new shit.
That's my
from
favorite
Splash too,
offering
right?
of theirs.
We have a few different strains from them now, right? Or just the
we've
two?
been had- we have four.
We have four now, right?
3 are at the 45 price point, and then the other one's 35.
35, yeah. So they're all like reasonable price points too, and they're good
It's
weed
good
for the
weed,
money.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. If I'm
Definitely.
smoking it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Splash.
Shout out to Splash.
I like what they're doing. So does Ryan. You know how you be.
Word.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ryan.
Shout out to Ryan. Still got to get Ryan up on
I
here.
know.
This
Yeah.
motherfucker.
For real.
Hell yeah.
Let him loose.
You said that sangria is good too.
What's that?
That sangria. Whatever it was.
Sangria Sunrise. Yeah.
Sangria Sunrise. That's another Splash.
No, it's
Verde Luco.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, their shit is dope too. That they like stepped it up. The first shit that they had, it was like just cheap, but decent for the money, but just cheap shit. That was like they were blowing it out, the half ounces, and then now they came with some indoor, and it's pretty fucking good, right?
Yeah.
I haven't gotten a smoke yet, but I've heard good things.
Yeah.
I also heard good things about the Flower House Ace. That looks hard, the new indoor.
Yeah, the new indoor from Flower House. Yeah.
Yeah. That looked really good.
Well, yeah, the indoor flower is starting to hit the market, ladies and gentlemen. It's coming.
Yeah.
And it's getting better.
It's here.
And less expensive in general, too, which is great.
That's the dopest
The
part.
potency tax. So now, now the potency tax has been, like, gone and taken out and replaced with the flat tax of 9%. And what we've noticed, just as a dispensary, is that it definitely rapidly dropped the prices of a lot of things because it made all of the vendors and processors and growers able to really know what their profit margins are going to be ahead of time. as opposed to like, and plan for that, as
Right.
opposed to based off of like the price that they're selling their shit for, and not how much, what percentage of THC it has in it. So they're not pricing it. I don't know, and they're not playing those games with the testing and all that shit. So it's fucking. I think that I'd say it's better now than it was.
For sure.
So,
From when we first started, definitely.
moving in the right direction.
Mm-hmm. Came a
And
long
shit's
way.
and the right better weed now,
Yeah.
priced better,
Definitely.
More options too.
more options.
Hell yeah. It's came a long way to you.
Yeah, and everybody's been relatively consistent too. The brands, even if the strains change, the quality has been pretty good and pretty consistent across the board within the brands. Like they got it dialed in. They're
Yeah,
doing
for sure.
yeah, it's pretty cool to watch and to be a part of. So shout out to all the growers out there doing their fucking thing, processors, all the brands, and making the, growing the New York industry to something special, which it's obviously on its way to, and it's fucking good. So shout out to that.
Word.
Support your local dispensary
Real shit.
because it supports your local growers and and just the New York economy too. Everybody's in New York. All the
The growers, the
growers,
vendors.
the processors, the vendors, and the dispensaries. They're all New York based. It's a requirement. So support us. Support fellow New Yorkers. Support the New York cannabis industry. That's a fact.
Sir.
That's that.
Yeah.
Stage One podcast. Yo, Dills, we got any questions from the audience lately, or no? We just
haven't
gonna
been
wrap
airing
it
shit.
up?
Not on hand.
Not on hand,
Next
alright.
week we coming with some.
Stage One podcast. Stupid Store Legacy to Legal. You know how we do. We out.
I be on that OG, tell you about the OG, piling up the roses, got me feeling rosy, higher than the